Hello and welcome to Homework 5. My name is Mashahid Rasul and this is the first part of Homework 5. Problem 14.20. In this problem we are given a vending machine that takes in a single item which costs 40 cents, and the machine only accepts nickels and dimes, and we were to make a state diagram of this vending machine with a vend and output and a change output. Here is my state diagram for this. It all starts in state 0 with 0 cents, and when a nickel is inserted it goes to 5 cents, and then if another one is inserted it goes to 10 cents, and then if in state 0 a dime was inserted it goes to 10 cents. And it keeps doing this until we get to 40 cents, and only then if the user wants the item it dispenses it, and after that dispense vend equals 1, and then it goes back to state 0. Otherwise it's going to stay in state 8 until a user selects something. Here is my state table for this. Now I'm going to show you my code for this. Here is my vending machine code. I have a clock, a reset, nickel, and dime as inputs, and a output that tells us what the amount of quarters have been inserted, and a vend and a change output. I have 8 states, and here it says if reset is 1, then current state is gonna be state 0, and otherwise on a rising clock edge current state is going to be the next state. I have hard coded here vending and change to be 0, and when state 0, if nickel is 1, the next state is state 1 where it has 5 cents, and otherwise if dime was 1, if dime was inserted go to state 2 which has 10 cents, and it keeps doing this until state 8. When in state 8 nickel equals 1, then vend equals 1, and then the next state becomes 0, and then it goes back to state 0 and it's ready to accept coins again. So here is my simulation for this. I'm going to run it for 1,000 nanoseconds. Okay, so the simulation starts here at reset is 1, so nothing is happening here. And then as soon as the rising clock edge comes and reset is 0, a 5 has been inserted, so it goes to the 5 state and output shows 5, and then another nickel is inserted here, or excuse me, a 10 is inserted here, which is a dime. So a dime is inserted, for 5 plus 10 equals 15, and then it goes to the 15th state. And then after that, now a nickel is inserted right here, and then 15 plus 5 goes to 20, and then after the 20 state it goes to 30 because the dime is inserted, and then a nickel is inserted again, goes to 35, and then after 35 another nickel inserted, and that's 40 cents even. So a vend equals 1 but change is 0 because the machine does not owe any change back, so only vend becomes 1, and after that the state goes back to 0 and the loop starts all over again. Well, that's it for problem 14.20 of homework 5. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to part 2 of homework 5. This is problem 14.23. So in this problem we were to modify the state table in the previous problem and add a quarter as an input. So here is the state diagram. It's the same state diagram but with a quarter added as an input. So if in state 0 and a quarter is inserted in state 0, it goes to state 5, which is a 25-cent stage. And then if a quarter is inserted from that stage, it goes to state 8. So here is the state table for this. And I will show you the code for this part 2. I have here, I added a quarter as an input, and the outputs are the same. There's still 8 states, um, except for in state 0, I added if a quarter is equal to 1, then go to state 5, which is the 25-cent stage, and it does this all the way up to state 8. And at state 8, if quarter is 1, is going to vend and give change, because there is only one item in the vending machine which costs 40 cents, and if you put a 25 cents after that 40 cents, is going to be more, so the machine will have to dispense change. So here is the simulation for this. So it starts from here. Reset is 1, so nothing is happening. And then as soon as that reset is gone and the first clock edge comes, I have inserted a 25 cent. So it goes to the 25-cent stage. And then after the 25-cent stage, I insert a nickel, goes to 30 cents. And then after 30 cents, I insert another nickel, goes to 35. And then after 35, I insert a 25 cent. And after that 25 cent, 35 plus 25 is 60 cents. So actually, there's a 60 cents in the machine, and the machine owes change now. So at 40 cents, the vend is 1 and change is 1, and basically that means that the machine owes change now. So after that the machine has vended the item out, it goes back to state 0 and it starts all over again. And that's basically it for part 2 of homework 5. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to the final part of homework 5. In this part, we were told to take problem 14.20 and make at least 2 changes to it. So for my homework, I added 2 more items. I added a candy and I added gum. Gum is 15 cents and candy is now 25 cents, and chips are the original 40 cents. So here is my state diagram. It all starts at state 0, and it goes, if a nickel is inserted, it goes to 5 cents. If a nickel is inserted again, it goes to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then 40. And then just like how nickel did, if dime was inserted, it goes to 10 cents. And then if a dime is inserted again, it goes to 20, 30, and then 40. And because I added 2 more items and one item cost, which is gum costs 15 cents. When gum is selected at state 3, it goes directly to state 8 and it dispenses the gum. And it does the same thing for candy, and when it goes to state 8, if chips is selected, then it dispenses the chips. And once it dispenses it, it goes back to state 0. So here is the state table. Basically, it says the same thing. So now I'm going to show you the code. Here is the code for homework night part 3. Here I have nickel, dime, and I had to remove the quarter because of the requirements. It told me the problem set to go off of 14.20, so that problem does not have quarter, so nickels and dimes only. And I inserted chips, candy, and gum. It still has 8 states, or technically 9, including 0. And then it goes to state, and when in state 0, if nickel is 1, goes to state 1, if dime is 1, goes to state 2, and it keeps doing that. And then when at state 3, this is the 15 cent stage. So if the user selects to dispense, they want gum. So right here it says gum is 1, then vend equals 1. And because it's even 15 cents, it's not going to, the machine does not owe change. So it just dispenses it and goes back to state 0. So it does the same at state 5, which is 25-cent stage right here. And then it does the same at 40 cents. So here's the test bench code. For test bench code, I am testing out starts at reset, and then I have here at reset turns off, and then I insert 5 cents. I insert 5 cents again, which makes it 10, 5 cents again, 15, and then basically it's going to reset here, and then it's going to start over for 5 cents, and then 5 cents again, 5 cents again, 5 cents again, and then at 25 cents, candy is 1, so it's going to dispense candy. It does the same for gum and candy and chips. So here is a visual. I'm going to run it for about 2000 nanoseconds. So here we see we have 5 cents, 5 again, which is 10, and then 5 again at 15. So at 15 cents, the vend is high and it dispenses it, and after that it resets. And then the user starts again, they want another item, so 5, 10, 15, 20. At 25, it vends again. This time it's candy, and then it starts over again. This time the user wants the chips, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then 40 cents. At 40 cents, the user wants chips, so it dispenses chips. And then after that, it goes back to state 0. So that's it for homework 9. Um, Problems 14.20, 14.23, and